So let's swing it back around to the Mike McDaniel conversation. Rod, I know you were talking about earlier how you actually feel bad for Mike McDaniels because in that 4 game winning streak and when you're returning around, when Mike McDaniel said, you know what, I'm done with this dude. I'm just going to work around him and just develop the most mind-boggling run offenses and run stunts and run. Like, you really got to see the genius of Mike McDaniel when he stopped trying to cater to Tua Tagovailoa. And now you're like, dang, do I want to get rid of this person? So where are you when it comes to Mike McDaniel? Oh, and before we get to that, let me answer that question for heavy hitters. How do we feel about Quinn Ewers? He's a 7 round pick, brother. We maybe he's every 7 round pick how they normally are, or maybe he's Tom Brady. We're gonna find out this upcoming Sunday, brother. We're
Listen,
gonna.
listen, heavy. I'll tell it to you like this. My expectations for him are not high because of where we drafted him. And listen, you could always work off the belief that you never know, right? Nobody knew about Tom Brady is a famous example, but even Brock Purdy has a more recent one.
Yeah,
You know,
true. Yeah, Brock Purdy.
you never know what you have in any guy until you throw him on the field. That being said, I don't think our 7th round rookie is going to be the answer. At best, maybe we'll consider keeping him next year as a backup, sort of like how we had Skylar Thompson. But man, Herbie, Quinn Ewers, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna ride the guy if he doesn't play well, right? Like the season's over, right? They just want to see what they have. So yeah, yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna come back to that, J boy, because I wanted to reach this one first. Let me get this tank for Arch. Hey man, if you got a tank for Arch, man, do what you got to do, man. Oh,
Rashad, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't with all the arch hype, man.
we got
I just
we got
he
a
hasn't
whole year
impressed.
wait for that. Yeah, he going back to college, so we got a whole year for that. The NIT in Pittsburgh, the play design was the roll to it out left with only one option, no flat routes to hold the DB. It was designed to have one option with double coverage coaching is bad. Or the guy is aware of the limitations of his quarterback and just tried, man. Like Tua has
Listen, J boy,
15 interceptions against zone coverages, man. That
J,
at some point that's on you as a
J boy,
quarterback.
J boy. I'll say this: the play design wasn't great because, like you said, he had one receiver going that way, and there was no underneath receiver to force the underneath defender to make a decision, right? But I would argue, Herbie, any basic quarterback, you're looking at the play pre-snap. And I've seen tons of quarterbacks do this especially when they break down film, Herbie. They talk about choose the side with the numbers. Clearly, if you're Tua, you know the play that you're running, you see the coverage, you should
Mm-hmm.
know that's not gonna work. Like you're a 6 year quarterback. Like I
6 year
mean, Mike
quarterback.
McDaniel can't hold his hand. Like he has to have the discernment to understand what he's looking at in coverage and what decisions to make. You know what I mean? You could lead the horse to water. It's up to him to drink it. Now, granted, that's not the best example for that analogy because on that play, Waddle was covered. Like there was that was dead, but it's on to it to either throw the ball away or to look on the other side where he may have a numbers advantage and maybe he can get somebody open or check for his check down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there are
So
certain
what?
things where I just gotta blame the quarterback.
No, for sure, right? And again, this is a bad team. When it's a bad team, everybody deserves blame, right? Like it's a pie. You could as a individual person try to determine or decipher who gets more of the pie, but everybody's in the pie. Mike McDaniel's in the pie. Stephen Ross is in the pie. The OC is in the pie. The DC is in the pie. Everybody's in the pie because it's a bad pie. It's a bad product. Eventually, if this actually was a slice of pizza, I would say I want my money back. This is awful. Who made this? Like who was in the kitchen for all of this? All of those cooks get blamed. And that's what happened, right? However, there is a bright side because I don't see Stephen Ross getting rid of Mike McDaniel. When you make this decision, it is two things. Mike McDaniel and Stephen Ross had a conversation probably. And Mike McDaniels went to Stephen Ross and said, "Bro, I tried, bro. He ain't it. He
He can
ain't it.
honestly say that too, bro. He did try.
Like
He did.
he ain't it." And if Stephen Ross gave Mike McDaniel the carte blanche to do what he did, which is bench Tua, and gave him the leeway to do that, right? Like gave clearly Mike McDaniel did not go rogue. I don't even think that's in Mike McDaniel's nature, especially for somebody who he has protected specifically. He chose Tua. He came here because he believed in Tua. Let's get that right. So for him to bench Tua, he had to, whether it's in person, backdoor channels, whatever, probably got the okay to do this. And if he got the okay to do this, that means that he's probably going to come back next year, right? So now we have to evaluate Mike McDaniel. Tua is it's done. All of this right now is the evaluation for Mike McDaniel. Is he going to be, hey, you with us next year or not? That's how you guys as fans of this team need to be seeing this, need to be attacking this. Who cares who gave up a bomb? Who cares if y'all gave up 500 rushing yards next week? All of that's irrelevant. The only thing that matters now is the evaluation of Mike McDaniel. And the reason why that matters is because Ben Johnson is not in this coaching cycle, guys. I'm sorry to break it to you. Ben Johnson is not in this coaching cycle at all. Have y'all seen the batches of coaches that are in this pool? You got Joe Brady and a bunch of, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of bad teams right now. So if there's a lot of bad teams, that means there's a lot of bad coaching going on in the NFL right now. Like you gonna take who you gonna take? Another Sean McVay retread? The current OC for the Rams? You gonna do it again? You gonna double up? You gonna run it back? Hey, so this is about the evaluation for Mike McDaniels. And in the next couple of games, y'all don't like what y'all see. Hey, y'all voice y'all opinion. Get him out of here too. But I do think we're going to see a different offense because Mike McDaniel is not going into the game thinking about how much he has to strip back his own offense, his own passing offense, because his quarterback can't get a half of a yard when he's trying to scramble.
Bro, it's so awful. Like Rafi alluded to earlier in the chat, bro. Like, bro, there were a couple sacks to it took Herbie. All he had to do was throw the ball away, bro. And he can't even do that. And it wasn't even just the physical part. It was the mental aspect too. It's like Tua just forgot how to play quarterback. Like, on top of just not being able to move. So, and I'll say this, Herbie, when it comes to the Mike McDaniel point, whenever Tua, and this goes two ways. He designed an entire system to get the best out of his quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything
Right.
was designed for Tua. So you could argue that's probably why whenever any other backups came in, they never ever had a chance because they just, not, Tua has his own skill set and everybody
which
else has
is
theirs.
a flaw on Mike McDaniel's part. That is a major, 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 major flaw. You cannot make if you can only make your offense for one person, then the offense clearly is not good enough, and your coaching is not good enough. If we seen Sean McVay work with different people, we seen Sean McVay, what something Bedford or whatever look
Christian,
functional, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like if you are that
No,
guy,
we
you
seen
have
Matt LaFleur with Malik
with
Washington.
Malik Willis.
Willis, my bad, Willis,
We,
yes.
we seen Matt LaFleur go win 2 games with Malik Willis because he was able to cater an offense to Malik Willis. When anybody, unless these are truly the worst quarterbacks ever, and they might have been, it might have been.
But Herbie, look, Teddy Bridgewater was a good backup under Peyton. Jacoby Brissett is
Yeah,
flourishing, not
yeah,
flourishing, but he's decent with the Cardinals.
decent, serviceable, right?
Snoop with the Ravens has always been decent, right? Like,
So again, this is all about the evaluation of Mike McDaniel's. If it's either he is best suited as an offensive coordinator or a run game designer, or he's actually a good head coach, and we're going to see what he's actually made of. Either way, we're going to figure it out within the next 3 games. Because if they are awful, he's out of here. He's out of
100%.
here.
And you know what, Herbie? I'm not going to wish for that to be. I don't want him here next year. If it turns out the Dolphins perform well with Quinn or Zach or whoever, right, and they just finish out the season on a somewhat positive note, and Ross decides to keep him, I won't be distraught if Mike McDaniel's brought back, but I won't be as optimistic as I probably would be if we just came back with a clean slate, with a new coach, with even see True's out. True
Yeah,
don't want no
True is
part of
out.
it.
True is out,
And I don't
man.
blame you, True. Like, I'm done too. Like, I'm good to see Mike go. You know what I mean? Like I'm good to see him go, but if they decide to run it back, at the very least, maybe whoever his next quarterback is, he'll he'll have more success with him. Because I'll tell you what, Herbie, we didn't even need a great quarterback this season. We just
No,
needed
you didn't. You just
an
needed
average quarterback.
you
Like an
just
average
need like
quarterback would have been better
a
than Tua.
league average quarterback. Y'all would have been straight, man. So, all right, let's leave on that note, man. Let's get some of these comments before we get up out of here, man. Oh my God, man, y'all boys, man. First thing first, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the brothers.
Shout out to the
You know,
chat.
this is a small channel. We growing, man. So we appreciate everybody spending time with us, man. Because you don't have to be here, bro. So we absolutely appreciate everybody that's here with us just to talk about stuff that we all love, which is football. To took 2 sacks right now. So. Hey, that became synonymous with Tua, bro. Just taking bad sacks when he could have just threw the ball away, bro. Like it's just you just he was so done. He's so cooked, man. He's so cooked, man. Mike McDaniel often designs plays with only one true read. Mike McDaniel first 2 years work because of all the smoke and mirrors, motion getting it. But again, how much of that was him just knowing his quarterback and knowing his quarterback was ass?
Overcompensating. He had to overcompensate for his quarterback.
You feel me? This is another one, bro. He in regards to Mike McDaniel, he better get a better PR team to help him out with press conferences. Yo, this was a wild season for Mike McDaniel, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like he was saying anything, man. He was talking like a dude who knew he was about to get fired, bro, before the winning streak, dog.
He ain't give a damn.
He
He
ain't give
accepted
a
that.
nothing.
He accepted his fate, my boy.
All right, so everybody in the chat, man, y'all got random questions. We just gonna go off on react to the questions, man. Ain't a good coach. He got listen, man. Like we said, we already already addressed that comment. Yeah, man. We gonna see. We're gonna get the post. We'll do a follow up on Sunday. I'm gonna look up how fans are talking about because again, we might be in the echo chamber, right? Like this small group of fandom might, just be like, "Nah, we're done with him." It might be another side of it who's like, "No, we want Mike. I like Mike." So we're gonna really,
No, Herbie,
really address it.
I've seen
Yeah,
it on the Facebook groups, Herbie. There are people still defending Tua. There are people who are still saying it's not his fault. There's still people who are absolving him of any accountability. But there are also people who are just like, oh, I want to see what Mike can do with somebody else, which I think is kind of fair. But I've seen enough in other aspects, his clock management, the fact that 4 years in, you still have trouble getting the plays into your quarterback. There's a lot of other functional things that him as a head coach, I don't know if he's been prepared for, how the team might practice, whatever the case may be. The guys like him, and that's a plus. But at the end of the day, Herbie, I think the Dolphins need a complete culture shift. And I don't think when you're trying to enter a new world, people from your old world sticking around doesn't help.
yeah, true.
So
That is true. That is true.
that's how I look at it.
Jay boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This lineup would have went crazy in like 2010, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Mike McCarthy, head coach, bro. Dave Hall, OC, Mike Zimmer, and Leslie Fred. That coaching staff going 15-1, man, in 2010.
Hey, I remember the Mike Zimmer, Leslie Frazier days, boy. You seen them DCs, man? You was like, oh, them blitzes are coming.
Rob May say he's never won a coach. That is true. That's pretty crazy.
Herbie, that's just
That is
one
pretty
his
nuts.
clock management,
That's pretty.
his play calling.
That's pretty nuts.
He
That
might have
is.
won one, Herbie.
You probably did, but I mean, I
Maybe.
gotta look. I gotta look this up,
Maybe,
man,
but I
because
think
there's no
April's
way,
right.
bro. There's no way, bro. Like, hold on.
There's Raymond. They're gonna start Quinn Ewers. Shout out to you, man. Shout out.
All right,
They're gonna
Rod. I need
start.
you to filibuster while I look this up, man. Just
Yeah,
go
what's
ahead and
up?
have it
What's up?
through
Nah, listen,
stream
man.
of conscience.
Listen, guys, listen, man. It's just hold on. Let me see. Oh, True Blazers, like his time management was atrocious, bro. I'm telling you, man. Reek gonna stay a DJ, stay at the offense, another team, or retire from football. I mean, hey, Tyreek has made his money, bro. He's made his money, just like Tua. I think I mean, Tua's probably gonna let it go too.
Okay.
Dave
All
boy,
right.
I
So,
appreciate it, man.
according to Google AI, yes, Mike McDaniel has won coaching challenges, but his success rate is notoriously low. making him one of the worst out of the fucking NFL coaches. Hey man, hey, you know what? Mike McDaniel might have to be going. Google AI is cooking you, bro. Yeah, you might have to go, man. Google AI even cooked him. You might have to go, brother.
Wow.
When Google AI cooking you, man, it's a wrap.